Welcome to Honey, We're Not Okay with your favorite two chaotic Black queers. I'm Mecca. I'm 28. I'm from Des Moines, Iowa, and I'm a Cancer.
I'm Valerie. I'm 28. I'm from Phoenix, Arizona, and I'm a Pisces. Period, boo.
Period, boo. Water signs, okay?
Yes,
Be scared of
on
it.
2 fingers. So yeah, let's get into how we met, because this is my best friend, I'm her best friend. One of them. She has multiple. She gets around.
Cheating a little bit. Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. We're just getting right into it, huh?
Just a little. But I love her down, so I love all my hoes, all my best.
Wow, that's crazy. First of all, I'm not a hoe. Okay, a pimp can't be a hoe. We'll get into this later, but it's literally impossible,
Right.
Anyway, so how did we meet?
How did we meet? Technically, we met through our friend, whom I met on a dating app. So that'll be a thing.
Was it Bumble?
It was Hinge, actually. And I liked her photo of her playing tennis. Mm-hmm. And pretty much she invited me to brunch at, I think it was Black Bear Cafe. Mm-hmm. And I pulled up and it was all these 5'6", 5'7" bitches. And I was like, oh my God, who are these pretty tall queens? And that is technically how we were introduced through our friend. And from there, we had a ton of game nights. We had just a bunch of bonding over the crazy ass pandemic. I think this was back in
2020, 2019, 2020.
2020. Yeah, that summer. And we just kind of were always in orbit. And eventually, we started raving. And
yes, exactly. Me and my ex started inviting her to raves and she really liked them. So we kept inviting her to more. And, we got much closer after maybe we shared a kiss, they shared a kiss, we all shared a kiss. And now we're here. Period. The bestest of friends.
Because I think it should be legal to kiss your best friends.
It should be. Honestly, it should be on the Declaration.
Truly.
Of Independence.
Yeah, it is a bonding moment.
We must kiss our best friends in order to make sure that our nation is strong. Okay?
Exactly. That is what our ancestors fought for.
Seriously, literally. That's why. Especially if I see two mask friends kiss. Yes. I just need them to kiss so they can really show each other how much they care about each other.
Exactly.
And their bond can grow from there.
Exactly. That's my agenda.
Yes, exactly. If you are mask, okay, or stud or stem, whatever you want to call yourself, kiss the other mask, studs, and stems,
Let's be free, guys.
Exactly. Unity. That's our goal.
Period.
So we started our podcast basically to share our experiences as Black queers living in Arizona. So you'll be getting all the tea on our dating lives, spirituality, growth, and just, all the little things that we want to share about our community out here. This will be very authentic, very raw,
Yeah.
All the cuts will just be because we're laughing a little too much and you don't need to hear that.
We are some giggly bitches or girls, depending on which platform we post this on. And we're going to laugh through it, but it is very serious. It is a place for healing, a safe space. Anything we say is just to share our experiences, never to condone or judge anybody. We're just kind of talking off the cuff and being honest and being transparent. So today we're just going to be talking a little bit about why we started this podcast, being single, and kind of just introduce you guys to us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So we did just tell them why.
Yeah.
So let's get into our single stories.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we are both recently single. Her more so, literally.
About 2.
Yeah. Woo, man. Only 2.5?
Yeah, something like that.
That's crazy.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
It's very, very crazy.
You radiate singleness.
I do. Yeah. I had to get the eyebrow piercing to really bring it home. Basically telling that story, I was broken up with, which is honestly a rarity for me. I'm still processing that.
She said, me?
Usually I am the breaker upper. But I was unfortunately dumped in the rain in LA the day after New Year's. Oof. So just, pray for me. We will definitely dive deeper into that. But that is how recently I am single. It was January 2nd, guys, and it is January 16th now. So.
You know what? Let's have a moment of silence. Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Got you, girl. We support you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And I can confirm I was there.
She was there. It was a beautiful trip. Until it wasn't.
It was such a beautiful trip. It was literally one of the best trips. Little LA, Korean food, Korean spa, Jamaican food. Like, what a...
Yeah, stay away from them Scorpios, guys.
Ooh.
Stay away, stay away.
Yeah, so she's very, very new to the single scene. And I'll let her get into if she was single before this last ex or how they met. Like, you know, we'll let her get into that.
So I was ethically and am ethically non-monogamous. I technically met my ex while I had a girlfriend. And we basically bonded. I think it was around April. We went on our first date. We kind of ghosted each other for a couple weeks and then went on our second date, and it was up and stuck from there. Like, hooked up, danced, had a great time, and I feel like I never left her house. So we kind of had a bond there and realized we were very similar, but also expressed our similarities like completely opposite, which led into the breakup eventually. But it was a whirlwind. We had a hell of a summer, guys. We could do several episodes on the summer alone.
So tea.
Pool parties, getting to know her friends, she getting to know my friends. Like, we really just instantly clicked. I introduced her to a lot of family. Like, it was just that whirlwind thing where it was like, okay, we feel this intense connection. We're going to roll with it. And that is that. We technically met on Bumble, which it was crazy because I was going to delete the app. Like, I was literally going in to delete Bumble and saw her profile. And I was like, who the hell is this?
Like, I didn't know that. Yeah. She's like, wait. Yeah,
I was like, huh.
You haven't seen me, girl.
Literally. So it was literally fate that we even matched because I was going in there to deactivate my whole account and never use that shit again because I don't like Bumble. Yeah. But thankfully was in there long enough to set up a date with her, and then it was up from there. So shortly after, like, getting to know each other, doing a lot of parties, having a lot of like bedside chat, a little, pillow talk, we just really connected quickly. And we were talking about kids at one point. We were talking about just a whole bunch of like long-term goals with each other and had a future. Like, this is the first person that I really saw as like a competent like life partner. She basically like was down for me to move in. And at this point we had been talking for maybe like 3 to 4 months. And I was living with my mom at the time because I had my own place. My ex, who was still my girlfriend, mind you, okay, still my girlfriend during all of this. We broke up, me and my ex, in May. I started talking to my most recent ex in like April, May. So I was still in a relationship. And so, yeah, basically I was like, you know what? Like, we're feeling each other. I'm going to move in. We're going to see how this goes. And it might have been a mistake.
I mean, I don't think so.
No. Share your perspective.
Look, first of all, I feel like everything happens for a reason. You moved in here. You guys still have an agreement that you guys are still living together, roommates. So it's not like you're kicked out. You have to uproot your life or anything like that. I feel like even though it's probably painful, this probably happened for a reason, Yeah. And you have a place to live.
True.
You're not living with your mom. Not that that was bad, but you have a little more independence,
Yeah.
And you guys can still be friends. I feel like you guys can have a beautiful friendship. Mm-hmm. Do I agree with the way she did everything? Hell no. Right. Like, no. I can say a lot about that, but
literally,
I do feel like it was a good idea that you just went for it.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I received that. I definitely feel like it was life-changing. Like, I became a different person, a better communicator, a lot more clear on like what I want and what I don't want, and like the things that I will and will not tolerate. So I feel like it grew me, and I had a lot of fucking fun. And I'm still having fun, and me and her are still like cool, which I was not expecting because I was pissed the fuck off. I was like, how dare you like root into my life, get to know all my friends, get to know my family, and do all this just
for like no
for no reason.
Like, the reason is like, okay, sense, but also all of a sudden.
Only because I was never, the backstory, I was never pressing for commitment with her because I understood, like, I met her, I had a girlfriend. She met me, she was still healing from her ex. So there was like definitely like transitions we were both experiencing at the time. So I was like, okay, like, I'm not dumb. Like, I'm not about to sit here and think this lady is immediately ready for commitment. But she, I think, let a lot of the perception of us already living together, all the quality time we were spending, I feel like she created a pressure to commit to me that she was not actually ready for. And that's really how we ended up where we ended up. But again, no regrets. We had a lot of fun. We had great banter, great chemistry. All the things were there. It was just like the communication. Horrific, horrendous, and we're both water signs. So when you go low, I go lower.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I can confirm that.
Yeah. It's a little pettiness, a little mystery, a little secrecy that was just not gonna fare well long term. So I completely understand her reasons. And I feel like I am motivated for the single era. Like, I'm really excited to embrace it. Because, I was, again, in a relationship, broke up with my girlfriend then. And now is like the first time in a while that I'm just like single for longer than maybe 6 months.
Yes. Oh my gosh. That is crazy.
That's my goal, at least. Fingers crossed.
Oh gosh. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see about that.
I need a year, you guys, please.
Yeah, I'm trying to see single Mecca year, you know?
Yeah.
Because I think we talked a little bit about this. The only time I saw you singles when we first met. And I didn't really know you.
Yeah,
so
it didn't really count.
This is going to be different. Because honestly, she's scary. Like, run.
No, I'm an angel.
She's fine shit, but she's scary, okay?
Guys, I promise I'm nice. I'm approachable.
Oh, okay.
I'm a sweetheart.
So, you know how she mentioned like there's lies on someone's part? Now we know. I'm kidding. Definitely not her. But she's lying right now, for sure.
Yeah, it's all bias. Okay?
It's a cancer
She's
thing.
A little too long. Okay, those 4 or 5 years, she thinks she knows a little something, but
yeah, and all cancers lie. That's a part of my political campagn.
Oh, here we go.
All cancers lie. Okay,
if you're a cancer, just buckle up your seatbelt now.
If you're a cancer, just like don't buckle up the seatbelt. Just drive at 100 miles per hour, no seatbelt. Okay, on the freeway.
Let her get into her story because, mind you, it don't reflect this hatred for cancers. It's it don't make any sense because she loves us. She loves it over here. Okay, she loves it over here.
Pushing it a little. I mean, I do tend to attract cancers, you know, and I do enjoy the company of a cancer for sure. As far as a serious relationship, let me just say, I don't think you guys are all created equally. Ooh, wait, hold on. Let me circle back to that. I don't like that. But I don't think all cancers are the same. But I do think the cancer that I was with can probably represent a good amount of cancers because you guys are emotional. I'm talking to you, cancers. You're emotional. And sometimes you don't know how to communicate because your emotions are overwhelming. Like, get out of your head, bro. Anyway, so I became single technically February 2025, but I didn't move out until August of 2025. And that's when I really count because that's when I could actually start to heal. That's when I kind of cut communication with my ex at the time. So that is where I'm starting it. So I've been single how many months?
February to now.
Is that 5 months?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
And then we were together since 2021 of September. We got together pretty quickly. I met her actually on Tinder in 2020. We talked for a little and then she ghosted me, apparently because I invited her to like one of the Thanksgiving game nights.
Oh, God.
Like she got scared. I was like, I invite all my hoes.
Like, were crazy, you guys.
Yeah, they were insane.
Yeah, legendary, though. Legendary.
Absolutely legendary. All bad bitches doing crazy shit. Such a vibe. Bring that back.
Yeah.
2026. But yeah, so then she didn't respond to me. We moved on. And then randomly when I ended things with, I was talking to someone named New York for about 8 months. I end things with her. And that same day I go to Charlie's, which is a gay bar out here.
You know.
One of the most popular ones. It's messy. And I'm bored because I'm like, I can't find anyone that I actually want to kiss on. Like, I'm trying to rebound. Yeah. And I'm about to leave. And I hear someone call my name, Valerie? And I turn around and it was her, Cancer. So that whole night, we spent the whole night together. And then after that, we pretty much spent most our weeks together. Like every other day. Okay. Celebrated her birthday with her because her birthday was in July. So did that with her. And it just went from there. We were stuck on each other and we became some of the Charlie's gays, which if you know what that is just toxicity. You're always there. We were there 3-4 days a week, you know, getting those cheap drinks, talking to everyone, dancing, flirting, because we're both flirts.
Damn.
But it turned out that like she wasn't a flirt, she was a cheater. And after a year, I finally gained access to her phone because I heard her give her phone code to one of my friends to change the music. So I just kept that in my mind. And when she knocked out, I went through her phone. And I don't condone this, but like she would not give me her code ever. And I knew she was lying, but at that time I felt like I don't want to leave someone I really love and care for unless I have proof. Mm-hmm. So I waited. And then when I got that code, I went through her phone and man, I'm not going to get into details, but I just saw a lot of stuff I didn't want to see. Mm-hmm. So I kind of ghosted her actually for 2 weeks. I disappeared and eventually we had a conversation, became friends for months. And then we got back together. I fell into a trap because she was great, charming person, like a lot of great qualities. But sometimes that could cloud the fact that she was also very manipulative, you know? So we got back together and it was really toxic from there. I didn't trust her and eventually she didn't trust me. And it took us until me breaking up with her in February to actually be done. And even then, I would tell her, maybe we could eventually get back together after we go to counseling. Mm-hmm. You know, we figure ourselves out. And then she was just like, I don't get it. We should just be together and do that. And luckily, this time I didn't fall for that. Period. And we stayed broken up until we had a big fallout in August because of something that happened that may or may have not been the best choice. And then I moved out. And so, yeah, I've been single for 5 months.
So, yeah, we've lived some life, guys.
We have.
We really have. So where do you stand with your ex now? Like, are you guys still friends? What's the energy giving?
So we are building a friendship, actually. I didn't think it would happen so soon because we were very, very toxic for the 4 years that we were together. It was just all toxic. But we're also low-key besties at the same time. Mm-hmm. Like, I was just telling someone that I'm talking to that me and my ex were like hunters, you know? Yeah. Once we were out, we locked on someone. We were just like, okay, let's give them the time of their life. And mostly just by like flirting. We were just like locked in when it came to how we interacted in the world and how we viewed other people, if that makes sense. Yeah. And then, yeah, we would like just sit up, watch TV all night, talk shit, eat food. It was like very bestie vibes, which is what we should have stayed. Mm-hmm. So with that being said, it makes sense that we can become actual friends going forward. So right now we text here and there. We have 2 dogs. So, cutest. You know, we take care of the dogs. She's a full-time mother. You know, I'm a deadbeat, but I'm working on it.
Pisces for you.
Excuse me? First of all, I was raised by a Pisces single mother, so I don't know what you mean.
Oh, here I am.
Yeah.
Here I am.
Clock it.
Keep breaking the cycles then.
Oh, wow. See, a hater. I just told you the story a little bit about how Cancers get down in relationships, and she has the nerve to act like Pisces are the problem. Like, you guys tell us, who do you think the problem is, a Cancer or a Pisces?
Yeah, let us know.
Because I've never heard a good thing.
Let us know in the comments. What are you feeling? You know, who's more toxic? Who's more crazy? I think I have an idea, but we want to hear from you.
Cancer.
Pisces.
Wow. Anyway, yeah, so we text here and there now. We don't really see each other, which I don't feel comfortable seeing her for a while or comfortable hanging out with her for a while. I want to make sure that I'm like very solid with my boundaries. So yeah. Period. What about you and your ex? Because you did say that you guys are getting along. Do you see becoming like real good friends with her?
Yeah, I think it's weird because our official relationship was literally only like 2 months. So it's like really short. But I feel like in the months that we were talking and everything, I think total like 7 months altogether, we were becoming friends. But it was also around like a physical connection. It was around romance. So the friendship would be very new in a sense. But because we are getting along so well and we're roommates now, I could see us becoming friends as long as like there are strong boundaries and nobody crosses the line into getting physical again.
Yes, that was my next question. So would you hit that?
Okay. I got to give it to my ex. She's fine shit. She's fine shit. And we never had a problem in that area. So, and okay, when I was broken up with, I was ovulating. I'm not going to lie. I have felt like the fucking Sahara Desert, like a bomb waiting to explode. And so given the wrong circumstances, I don't know, like the taboo of it all is kind of appealing. But I personally am going to try not to because...
Really?
Yeah, I think it would complicate things.
New information to me.
Yeah, I thought about it all day.
Yeah. She's like, I've been thinking about it every day, late at night, you know?
Late at night, I was like, oh, like...
Maybe I can go upstairs.
But she and I both we had our like come to Jesus conversation. I may have, I don't know how explicit we're getting on this podcast, but we're both controlling it. So I'm going to,
in her words, control it.
Control it.
Control it.
You will probably hear that a lot in this podcast because I absorbed a lot of her phrases. I just think for the brand, for what I want to accomplish, like it would be bad.
Okay. So how would it be bad? I mean, I know why I feel like it would be bad, but why do you think it would be bad?
I think it would blur too many lines. To me, one, I have an ego. So it's kind of like you didn't want me romantically. You didn't want to commit to me. Why would I then still share basically everything else?
Yeah.
And allow you basically to like not have to commit to me. But you still get to fuck me. You still get to enjoy my presence. I'm still around. Okay. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, why am I giving you the benefit when I cannot do that? Like, I could just keep my energy to myself and keep the lines very clear. Like, we are maybe flirty roommates, but to bring it into sex creates a level of intimacy that I think if she's not ready for, we'll just blur the lines. And I don't want it to get so blurry that we're just accidentally like fake back together and not actually together. And now I'm talking to other people and it's just murky. She's talking to other people, like what would that look like? And I don't want the confusion and the drama of that.
Exactly. And then you guys would probably get back together and still have the same exact problems.
Yeah.
Or I guess not in her head, maybe. But you would have the same exact problems because it's been 5 seconds.
Exactly. There's been no time for anybody to even like reflect.
No time, no therapy.
Yeah. Well, one session.
Oh, really?
So I am seeing positive strides. And I think I want her to continue that. And I think the breakup was like she was feeling overwhelmed and she wasn't focusing on her goals and she wasn't basically like distracted, quote unquote. So to me, to add sex back into the equation when she has all these things she wants to do, I'm just like, no, you do your thing. You focus on you. You preserve your energy for whatever you need it for. I do my thing. I preserve my energy. I get to know new people, whatever.
Love that.
Yeah.
So, okay. I did want to ask because you live with your ex and you're out here dating.
Yeah.
Do you think that people are going to have a problem with that?
So far, no.
So far, no. Dang.
So far,
you're building up your roster already? We need to talk because I didn't know this.
Like, one thing about me, I believe in healthy communication. I believe I should tell people everything that I have going on up front so they can make an informed decision. Yeah, I have told people that it's very early and only 2.5 weeks in the pod. So I'm not trying to start nothing for real. But I have said that I'm living with my ex. And her response was not any concern, shockingly. And is that enough for
Not
me?
any concern.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I asked her about other concerns and she was just like, I was like, why didn't me living with my ex come up as a concern? And she's like, I didn't think, I don't worry about stuff like that.
Okay.
I was like,
okay, Therese.
Right. But I think for future people, it could be a problem, especially with us having like actually a positive relationship right now. I think people could look at that and be like, are you going to get back with her? Like, y'all live together, y'all are cool. Why? How can I trust that you're not like hooking up with her, you know?
Valid. Do you think that should even be a problem they're worried about when you are open anyway?
It depends on who I'm going for. Monogamous people, I think, would have a problem with it.
Are you going for
they always
Tauruses?
Yeah, the Tauruses. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But I just got back on the dating apps not too long ago.
Woo! Let's put the clap in.
So I'm back on the apps. And for my like relationship preferences, I've been putting open to exploring because it's all going to be casual anyway. But if it's casual and I'm only focusing on one person, cool. If it's casual and I'm focusing on a bunch of people, cool. But I have never really excluded monogamous people. I just tell them, I am not you. I am open to other people. So I don't disqualify them. I just like, if you're matching me, you see my bio, you see my history, we have a conversation and you still decide you want to like get to know me, that's on you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get that. So you have to put it in your bio?
Yeah.
Okay. I may have been informed that I should put, E&M in my bio.
Something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some type of distinction because otherwise people are going to look at you and be like, oh, you just me and you? And
oh gosh,
is that
never.
Truth?
It was never that. I'm kidding. No, I was monogamous with my ex. Monogamish. Because again, we would kiss people at raves, flirt with people, but that was it. I just realized that after, I don't think I am a monogamous person because it just feels so restrictive for me, you know? I don't need to be out doing this with everyone, but like having the role of like, oh, you can't flirt, you can't kiss, you can't get to know anyone else. Oh gosh, that just scares me. It's not commitment issues, I swear. I can commit. It's just I'm naturally a very free person, like you.
Yeah.
You.
Yeah.
Not you guys. I don't know about you, but you.
Yeah. Have you felt like, have people you've been talking to, how have they felt about that? Like you being a little more open?
There was one person that I matched with on Bumble, and she did not know I was open at first. We started having conversations, and then we moved from the app to the phone, and we started FaceTiming. And I mentioned the fact that I'm newly open. And she still wants to explore, but she's like, that's something we don't see eye to eye on. She's like, I'm monogamous, you know, maybe a previous cheater, but I'm monogamous. Sorry, I may not be a little salty with her right now. So
fresh wounds.
Fresh wounds for sure. Like salt in the wound. But she said that she hasn't, cheated in a while because she feels like it should be. Your focus should be on your partner, one person. So we didn't see eye to eye on that. And she would bring that up here and there for not wanting to actually take it seriously. And she also said, I wish you put that in your bio because I wouldn't have even swiped on you.
Damn.
She's like, I look for that when I'm swiping on people. If that's in your bio, it's a no for me. Because I'm so new to it, I didn't even think to put it in my bio because I don't necessarily want to. Oh, this is going to sound crazy. Yeah, I want to have all the options, but I don't think I see myself as someone in the ENM world. ENM. Ethical non-monogamy is what that is. I don't see myself as someone in that world. It hasn't like really clicked with me because I know I am.
Which is, she's a natural.
Yeah, I feel like most people would assume that like I'm true to this, not new to this. But, I am. I'm just a girl and I'm figuring it out, But I'll start putting that in my bio.
Yeah, just to help avoid situations like that,
Yeah. No, it's a part of growth.
It is. And you'd be surprised. A lot more people are open than you realize because a lot of people don't put in their bios. And I've gone on dates where it's like, oh, yeah, I have a boyfriend or I'm open or.
Oh, I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't either. But it's not as taboo. We just live in Phoenix. So it's a little bit more niche here, but
overall, a red state.
Yeah, there's like a lot of non-monogamous people, and it's a big community, and it's a great community when you meet the right people. But I understand the hesitation because it does like people have assumptions, and we could do a whole episode on
they do.
Yeah, like they have a lot of negative assumptions, even though they'll date people that cheat on them every 5 days.
Yes. Oh my gosh, that's literally what I say every time. Like monogamous people have a problem with poly people, open people who are in ethically non-monogamous relationships.
Yeah.
They have such a problem with that. But yet they're cheating on their spouse. They're cheating on their partner, or they've been cheated on by like all of their past partners, but they're still like, monogamy is the only way. And if you're not monogamous, then you're disloyal and blah, 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 whatever.
Stupid.
How about we're probably a lot more open and honest than you guys are?
Exactly. Like we're actually communicating about what's happening rather than hiding it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And even like the mass that chase straight women, I'm like, once again, if we're talking about controversial, I think that's more controversial than non-monogamy.
Literally. And if you're one of those, kick rocks.
Please.
Saying that nicely. Okay.
Because you're weird.
Very weird. Like, why are we chasing someone that's not going to want you? Like, mommy issues are a real thing and you need to go to therapy. Let's talk, babe. Actually, come on this podcast.
Yeah.
So I can talk to you. I'm not going to bash you. Just going to ask you questions. like, why don't you love yourself? Exactly. That's the first one.
Like a little internalized homophobia, huh?
Yeah. Like, I don't hang with the gays. Okay? I'm barely gay, actually. I just dress in boy clothes and have sex with women. You know?
Like, but we both mentioned that we had a period. I'm still living with an ex. You had lived with an ex.
Yes.
Would you date someone if you came across them on an app that lived with an ex?
No.
Do explain.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm a little bit of a hypocrite in certain areas, but it's because I know myself. I know that I'm, probably very neurodivergent. Some people think I might be autistic. There's no proof there. Nothing wrong with it, but there's no proof. But I have a need to be overly honest, speak my mind. It's like, who are you? what's the point in lying? Like, I live with my ex. I would tell you if we were sleeping together and you would either mess with me or not. Like, why do you think I have to care to lie about it? But I've learned that most people do feel more comfortable lying. It feels safer, you know, especially when they don't really know you. So I wouldn't be able to trust that they weren't, you know, trying to get back with their ex or actively sleeping with their ex and not mentioning it. I guess I don't really trust people. Like, I'm working on trusting people more, but I've just like noticed that there are a lot of liars out there due to my last relationship. That kind of opened my eyes. Like, I can't just go around trusting everyone for their word. So I can trust me. You can trust me, but I don't know what you're doing. Yeah. What about you?
So, unfortunately, I also dealt with some lying that I was uncomfortable with in my last relationship. And I just personally, I will side-eye that if I'm looking at you as a serious, like, romantic partner, because one, I have to know how recently did you guys break up? Is this fresh? Is there a potential? Gay people break up, get back together 2 weeks later, break up. And I want to make sure you have already moved through that cycle. So if you're still living together, it's more likely that you still might have that attachment. If it's recent and you're recently broken up and friends and share like life and friends and activities, I'm side-eyeing.
You're married, honestly. You're a married couple.
You've been together 7 years and y'all... No, I'm going to have to pass if I'm looking at you seriously. Casual, I don't care as much. But if I'm like vetting someone like, oh, this could be like my wife, I'm going to side-eye that, especially if y'all still live together.
That is a good point.
Yeah.
It's hypocritical, but like, they're not us, okay?
And I've been very clear about what I'm looking for. I'm telling people, it's casual. Don't bring your heart over here right now. Don't look at me for commitment. Because I know I still live with my ex. I know that that's a red flag. Literally. And we are fresh. And if I saw myself, I'd be like, fine shit. But once again,
bad shit.
Like she has a lot of shit going on. Like that's not the person I'm going to like lay all my eggs in their basket, period. Okay. So that's how I feel,
Yeah, no, I agree. And like you said, I'm casual right now. Everything's very casual. And I'm very open and honest. Like, I talk to the people that I'm talking to about the other people I'm talking to. Like, it's very much that. It's like, let's all just be very freaking open. Because at the end of the day, we're friends. We're getting to know each other. We're getting to know if one day when we're ready for a relationship, we would choose each other. So I'm not going to hold anything back, you know? And that includes the fact that I am not ready for something serious. And you can tell with the way I'm telling you all of these crazy stories about people I'm talking to.
Exactly.
So yeah,
and I wish more people built foundations like that, where it's like, I'd rather know too much. I'd rather you be too honest than we both play each other and sell each other fantasies.
Yes.
And then look back and now there's super deep emotions involved. Now we're tying each other's lives together and you were withholding information that would have changed how I perceive our future or our past. So I think like how you approach it is exactly how I approach it. Like, we're just trying to be transparent, trying to be honest, and not like selling a fantasy to anybody, because why waste time? We're casual. Like, we know we want to be casual. Why would we be like, oh yeah, and I'm just perfectly healed and ready.
Little fairy tale,
fairy tale. Like,
no chaos.
I'm ready for all the commitment, please.
Yes.
No.
Ka-ching. That's stuck in my head.
Oh my God. But with that all said, what do you feel like dating is going to look like for you for the rest of the year?
I feel like, we were saying this before, Menace 2026. I feel like that's what it's going to be looking like, you know? I'm going to just be open to dating and having fun. I don't want to sell myself a fairy tale.
Yeah.
Because maybe it's a Pisces trait, but I can get caught up in, you know, if I see potential in someone, being like, oh man, a relationship with them would be really cute, you know? So I want to put a boundary on myself to not get into a relationship for as long as possible. Like, I need to be sure I'm ready to not be outside because it's too fun out here. And summer's coming back around. Look, I'm going to be at all the pool parties. We're going to be at all the pool parties. We're going to be out in LA. We're going to be out in Chicago. We're going to be out at ATL. Like, we got to live it up this summer. And I don't want to deprive myself of that.
Yeah.
So it's going to be Menace 2026. I'm going to be out here. If you want to go on a date, hit me up because I'm down. Okay. I'll pick you up. You pick me up. Whichever. Let's just have a time.
I love that.
Ow. What about you?
Okay, on my vision board, I literally put be evil. And
cancer shit.
You know, and I don't mean I'm going to cause harm to people. Okay, I want to disclaim that.
Disclaimer.
Yeah, disclaimer. disclaimer, not trying to hurt nobody for real. Yeah. It is more so putting myself first, like being a lot more self-centered with how I date. If I see a red flag early on, there's no reason for me to work through that. I don't need to solve any problems. I don't need to communicate as much as I do for people that I can already tell are not going to be compatible with me. Like, it's just a waste of time. So I think it's kind of the be evil is to cut out any remaining people pleasing that I have, because I struggle with that as a Cancer, eldest daughter, so many things. Okay.
Ooh, yeah.
And really prioritize myself, really be selfish as hell. And I want a sexy year. I want this year to be filled with pleasure, filled with just new experiences, like reaching new peaks, because at some point I'm going to be 30. At some point I'm going to be 40. At some point I'm going to be like settled down, quote unquote, maybe in this life. And
maybe,
the future is, I could do anything, but I want to make sure that I've lived a full life. And that includes my dating life, like making sure that I've met the type of people I want to meet. I've met a variety of different types of people. I want to break the pattern of drawing people that need me to do all the emotional labor, because that I feel like has been a consistent theme. As different as all my exes are, they all kind of defer to me to be the one that's facilitating check-ins, be the one that's checking on, like, how are we doing? We didn't communicate well. Like, I'm always that person that's like problem solving emotionally. Yeah. And I don't want that anymore. So I think this year is like, no, like, if you need me too much, if you don't know how you feel and you can't unpack your own emotions, we don't need to be together. We don't need to do that.
Yes, I love that. See, that's growth right there. Because you don't need that. You don't deserve it. You have a good head on your shoulders, like you may be chaotic or whatever, but you're very intelligent. You're very emotionally intelligent. And I feel like you have dated people who struggled a lot in that area, and you deserve someone who can at least match you.
Exactly.
But that's not what we're focused on anyway.
Not at all. Not at all. But you need to be able to communicate at least, because even if it's just some sex, even if it's just cute dates, like, I want to make sure you're not going to act crazy when I say I'm open. I'm not just talking to you.
Yes.
I have a roster, okay? I need to make sure that no one, because people tend to, I think they like a manic pixie dream girl me. They see me for whatever reason and they're like I was called a safe space recently to someone.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I would never call her that. It's not safe. I'm terrified right now. Like, if you see me shaking, it's because her energy is a lot. Continue though.
So yeah, Mrs. Taurus called me a safe space. And I was flattered. I was like, cool. Yeah. How I know I give, like, I'm going to be a good listener. I'm going to make you feel seen and heard, because that's just how I am. But to call me a safe space, and maybe it's me becoming avoidant, but I was just like, I shouldn't feel like a safe space. We have not had any, like, sandpaper, no tension, no friction for you to feel like I'm someone that you already can trust and confide in on that level, because we have not had enough time. Like, to me, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I honestly don't think that's you being avoidant. I think that's you setting a boundary and being realistic, because, again, you're newly single.
Yeah.
Yes, you've seen Taurus quite a few times, but in very friendship spaces. Yeah. And she's been aware of what you've been going through and the fact that you just had a breakup. So the way she's approaching it is a little too, how do I say this? It's feeling like she's trying to U-Haul. All respect to her. Yeah. She's amazing.
Great person.
Love that girl.
Great lady.
But she is making it seem like you guys are supposed to work towards a relationship. When you are not. And so her calling you a safe space is kind of a red flag, rightfully so, Is that you being like, I can't commit, is being like, oh my gosh. I just want to breathe.
Yeah.
You're fine shit, but like, can we be friends? Let's hang, girl.
Let's keep it cute.
Yeah, let's keep it real cute, before I have to So I get that.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting thing to navigate. But again, it is just consistently setting boundaries, like you said. And I am very clear on, I'm taking this year. That is my literal top New Year's resolution, is to be single for a year, if I can help it, because I don't want to repeat the same patterns. I love fixing a motherfucker. I love helping. I love that. But I need to know why I love that. And I need to unpack that a little more before I keep doing it. And then get in situations where someone was not ready for that or ready to face themselves. And now I'm like, oh, fuck, my life has been imploded a little bit. I don't want that. So I'm really taking this year to just be evil, be raw, be sexy, really get into my grown woman shit. Seriously.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for it. Because we haven't had an era in a while where we're both single.
Yeah.
most of our friendship.
This is gonna be great. It's gonna be so fun for you guys.
Yeah.
Mostly for us.
Yeah. Please be scared.
Yeah, be terrified, but not too scared. Still come here.
Mm-hmm,
You know. Oh my
gosh. You
gosh.
can find our Instagrams in the bio. If you like
literally slide through. Okay. I love to check most DMs. Most.
Speaking of, what's your type?
My type has expanded. So are we talking about personality-wise or style or actual look?
Holistically, name 3 of your top, just what they look like, what they act like. What are you going for?
The look like is kind of hard because right now I have 2 very specific types on the opposite spectrum. Either Black women with locks or what would you describe the other one?
Trying to not give away details.
Oh yeah, please don't.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. The other one, former athletes, right?
Are you thinking about basketball?
Yeah, basketball.
Well, yes, that's true. So Black women with locks and then former athletes. Mm. Yeah, right now that's kind of my type. Anyway, so that would probably be what I'm looking at when I see some fine shit out in the wild. As far as personality-wise, someone who's just really open, really chill, probably a little freaked out. Gotta see eye to eye with that. Creative. I do really like creatives and intelligent women. Yeah, I'll just leave it there. Because as far as dating, hooking up, that's my type. Yeah. When it comes to serious relationships, that's completely different. And we're not talking about that for a while. So
sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Not sorry.
Period.
But what about you?
So I always like to say I don't have a type physically, because I have dated a range of aesthetics. But a recurring theme has been creatives. I love people that are either dancers, artists, songwriters. If you have any creative bone in your body, I am going. I think it's so sexy. I think it's tapping into a part of your brain that most people don't. And I am super attracted to that. But I'm trying to break that because
creatives are crazy.
Creatives are crazy. But again, I'm casual. So I probably will still circle the block on some creatives because that's my bread and butter.
Oh, yeah.
And it translates in a lot of good ways. So I love
which ways?
Sexually.
Oh, okay.
Real creative in the bedroom, and we love that.
Oh, I love that. Yes. So we're not doing like this.
Yeah.
When I imagine that, I want it like this. And I want to draw your face while I'm hitting. I don't know what all we're saying on here.
It's chaos in the name. We're going to keep it as chaotic as it is.
Yeah. Okay, so let me finish that.
Crazy
Girl, let me draw your face while I'm hitting it from behind, All right.
Ooh.
Oh, gosh. Insane.
On that note, I consider myself a little bit of a more of a power bottom, okay? And I like dominant people. So I think that's going to be a consistent thing. But I'm also trying to switch it up. So
trying to be a dommy?
Just a little, maybe a switch. Never a dommy, but
you're a switch.
You think so?
What is a switch to you?
A switch to me, they can top or bottom. And maybe I'm already a switch, guys. So
are you trying to tell me you don't top?
Yeah. I don't feel like I do.
Do you not?
I mean, I do. I do things that are considered top.
I mean, I feel like your ex was like, oh, Mecca's so good at this, which is a top
strap
thing.
But I feel like I do things that tops do as a bottom. I will strap. I will participate. I'm not a bit of a princess. I feel like tops and doms command the stage. They are orchestrating the set.
Oh, you know what?
You know what I mean?
You don't do that in certain situations.
Yeah.
But sometimes when you talk to me, you try to dominate me. Never fucking works. Anyway. So, I thought that you were in your switch bag already.
Yeah. Mentally, I am. That's what I used to put in my original dating app bio. I was mentally, I'm a switch. In my head, I derive a lot of pleasure from giving pleasure. So it's it's more so a lack of practice, perhaps. And I am a giggly ass bitch. I think everything is funny. And I feel like dominating requires a level of intensity that I just have not mastered.
You gotta be a little still.
Yeah.
Do this.
Exactly.
Not do this.
Exactly.
Do this, please.
And there are soft doms. There are a range of ways to show up in that way, but I just have not really tapped into it, but I know it's in me. So I'm looking for people that are cool with playing in that and not being so uptight that if I do giggle, they're like, oh, I thought you were. No.
Yeah.
Let me experiment a little bit. So I think I'm looking for like curious people that are really open-minded when it comes to sex and like looking to have just as much fun as I am, but can also communicate and are also mature and can just, have a good time. Like, let's have a good time.
Yeah, no, I agree on that.
Yeah.
And for me, I don't even know what I would call myself. I feel... Well, recently I've kind of been more comfortable being like I'm a dominant femme because of the way that I move through life, the way I talk to people, and sexually I'm a switch.
Yeah.
So I can be there, I can listen or whatever, but I also need you to listen, bend over, and be a good girl. Anyway, but that being said, I have been a little bit more submissive with someone I was talking to was because right now she's cut off. But I have been a lot more submissive with her. She was a dominant top. And so there wasn't any like give there. Like she would not be submissive. Like I tried a little just for fun. I was like, you sure you wouldn't want to? She's like, hell no. And so I kind of just like took the submissive place and it was kind of really fun. So I might try that a little this summer, being more submissive, not having to dominate or lead.
Valerie,
at least in the sex department. So, I'm practicing.
Oh my God.
Yes, ma'am. Oh my God. Hell no.
It takes time. Change takes time.
Yes.
It takes a lot of time.
Yeah, I'm going to practice it a little more. It's better in the moment.
So on that note, I know we said we're Black queers. How do you identify? Like, how did you come to that label? Because I think that's important for people to know.
It is. So I was bisexual, or I identified as being bisexual. I identified as being bisexual until the last month.
She wanted me so bad.
Oh my God, whatever. You gave me a good idea, okay? I didn't know what to call myself because I would always say, I'm bisexual, but it's really 90% women, 10% men, because my type of man would be very rare, like, I've only met my type of man once in my whole life. That just makes it seem like I have a very low chance of meeting a guy that I'm gonna actually want to date. So with that being said, I only date women. But I'm not going to say that I'm a lesbian because I still have attraction to men. And I still know that there's a very small chance that I can meet one that just checks all those boxes. Very tiny. So I'm queer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. It's super similar to my reasoning for also identifying as queer. Because I used to tell my last ex, I feel like I'm 99% attracted to women, 1% attracted to men. When I envision my future, 99% of the time it's with a woman.
Yes.
And unfortunately, an attraction to men still exists. I'll see Damson Idris and be like, he's fine shit. But I don't necessarily think of it past that.
Yeah.
So queer felt a little bit more accurate to the fact that I do have that small attraction to men. But primarily my concern, my heart, everything about me is drawn to women more than men. And it's just the emotional intensity and the intimacy that I experience with women is
so
miles stronger than what it has ever been with men. And as y'all will hear in the next episode, our coming out stories, I've had some experiences, baby. I ain't new to men, okay? I know I have gone to the ends with them.
Yes.
And that's why I feel really strongly about my label. And, it's so close. I'm damn near lesbian, babe. I am damn near there. But there's that little bit
at the edge.
Yeah, the little sprinkle of attraction to men still. So queer just felt right for encompassing one, who I'm attracted to, and two, how I show up in the world, which I feel is very queer. You look at me and it's oh, she got a little something going on. We don't know what, but there's something there,
No, that's a good point. And I wonder how I'm perceived because, when I first came out for honestly years, people just assumed I was straight.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then I start getting more of oh yeah, she's gay. And maybe it's because when you talk to me, yeah, the way I speak to people, especially women, might come off a little gay. I don't know. But I wonder, just looking at me right now, you guys tell me, just looking at me right now, do I seem gay or do I seem straight?
I don't know.
I really want to know. And if I seem straight, I'm gonna block you. So actually, lie to me if I look straight.
Let us know.
Yeah, come on, Cancers. This is your time to lie. Come on. Yeah, let's hear it.
Yeah, I need us all to band together, okay? Band together in the comments.
Yeah.
This anger that Cancers are receiving right now. I love that. I love that, though.
But yeah, so with that being said, we told you a little bit about who we are, why we started this podcast and, what our single era is going to look like. Be excited for us.
Please. Please. Arizona, we will be tormenting the entire state.
The entire state. Yeah.
Well, as we approach the end of the episode, is there anything you would like to add for the good of the order?
I just want to, mention or reiterate or no, what's the right word? I just want to talk a little more about my campaign. I want to remind you guys of what my beliefs are. Cancer hater. That's all I got.
Proud Cancer. I ride for us. I love my cancers.
Cancer kills.
We are just one of one, unforgettable. So proud to be part of that zodiac.
Never forgetting that.
Cancer, okay, specifically. And we just have a little extra razzle dazzle. I got a lot of other things going on in my chart, but so yeah, that's my campaign. That's my motherfucking campaign.
Yeah. I don't agree with the Pisces part, but yeah.
I don't get the Janae. That's it.
And Rihanna.
Yes.
Yeah. And
no one on this couch.
And me, first and foremost.
On this couch.
The best Pisces.
Y'all will see. If y'all phones start overheating, you'll know why.
Because I'm hot. Oh, God, that was bad. Anyway. On that note, thank you guys for checking on us today. Come back next Wednesday to make sure we're still okay as we talk about our coming out stories.
See you guys then. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah.
Bye.